This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Glad to have you with us from Springfield, Missouri, Plaster Stadium, home to the Missouri State Bears. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Missouri State Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bears will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Western Kentucky's offense will take the field first. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Hart. Turns it on at midfield. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. The Hilltoppers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. And the Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So Missouri State's offense will get the ball for the first time. But, Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got...
Turning it on! They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Clark wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Makes the grab. It's Johnson. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Bears kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires toward the target. Finds a man on the left. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Bears started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Going with the ground game left. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Handoff from the gun. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good, easy call for the refs. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Rides to back on the option to give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
So here comes the Missouri State offense. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Clark to fire. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Missouri State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. The give out of the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Epps. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. USC went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Trojans in a statement win if there ever was one. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away to buy time. Got his man on the right. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun to give, looking for room. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. And the ball squirted out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They dragged him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Fires to the wideout. Hits a seam wide. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Extra point here will tie the game.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off at defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Clark wants to throw. Got a man. It's Robinson. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun. Give on the inside. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throwing right. He makes the catch. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Bears will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Snagged in the middle. It's West. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Hilltoppers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Out of the gun to give to the back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Hilltoppers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Leaves it with the back. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to adjust the pattern. Clark to fire. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. And an explosive play gets this offense working.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Robinson. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. Got the quick pass. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. And now on 2nd down for this offense. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. The Bears come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Trying play action. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Bears! A great catch and run for 6. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive there of 82 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Henry. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. The Hilltoppers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Rushes on him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. They go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Bears moving quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Bears are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Clark wants to throw. Using the quick game. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the tight end. Looking for room. It's Lawrence.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On third down, going up top. Quick strike complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the first down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll move the wide receiver. Clark to fire. Quickly complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He'll do it himself. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Hilltoppers will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here comes the Missouri State offense. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on deep...
It's a running room. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Might be calling a hot route. Trying to beat him to the left. Got the first down and more. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left. Receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Clark wants to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Here's the pressure. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Nice job by this defense. That's the way to set the tone in the second half. First drive, get them in a 3rd down, get the sack, get the football to your offense. That is how you get back in this game really quickly.
Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Catch in the middle. It's Henry.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Hilltoppers want to crank the tempo. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So here comes the Bear offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Throws for the tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the offense is trying to get aggressive. They're trying to hit the corner route, but just better coverage on the back end by the defense, knocking that one away.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Clark to fire. Hauls it in. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's a .37.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Off the RPO, complete. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. Takes the handoff. It's Lawrence. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Clark wants to throw. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Alabama endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Bryant-Denny Stadium. And the Tide came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Hutchinson. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Hilltoppers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He breaks a tackle. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Hilltoppers are flying down the field.
Let's go! Let's go!
Hand off from the shotgun. Spins away from the defense. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Hilltoppers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Grab near the sticks. It's Henry. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The offense changing the play. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
But we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. On the run, it's Lawrence. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a 1st down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Quick handoff. Got a little space. He has the first and still on his feet. Wide open spaces. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Missouri State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner goes down. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, he makes the catch. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Henry. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. They'll run it from the gun. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. To the air on 2nd down. Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Myers. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely center cut. This is now a 7-point game. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give on the inside. There he goes. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra yardage. Like, protect the football. We cannot put that thing on the deck.
Clark to fire. Back open in the middle. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Hits the accelerator to the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Missouri State! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Baylor sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Waco. That's how much they took the crowd out of it. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Hilltoppers in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And the Hilltoppers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
The Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Takes the easy completion. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Epps. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it, and more than enough for a 1st down. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the 1st down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Epps. Tackle made at the 9-yard line after the catch. It'll be 1st and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. And the Hilltoppers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Buying some time. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
They've got enough time to get another score, but they have to get the ball back on this onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. And they'll take a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
you